It's just about time to get today's Grand Prix underway. We have a number of drivers in contention, but of course only one can claim that coveted top step of the podium. It's a tricky circuit to tackle in wet conditions, with top speed still of critical importance down the long back straight. There are 2.7 miles and 14 corners overall on this circuit that in the dry can see average lap speeds of around 130 miles per hour. We'll be lucky to get anywhere near that today.
And good evening, everybody. How are we all? And welcome to Simcade. And we are live again for another F1 race. This time, round 4, Canada. Can't wait for this one. How are you, Ninja? Sorry.
I'm good. Please don't choke.
No. I am joined by Ninja yet again for the third race in a row. I did miss one due to COVID, but I'm back. Whew. Yeah. How are we?
Wait, is this your first race back?
No, second. I did last week. Sorry.
Second? Oh, yeah. You did last week? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I forget things.
So do I.
Yeah. So, but I'm kind of looking forward to this. I think it's going to be awkward, but at the same time, should be fun.
So tonight is our second race with playing God.
Yeah.
Tonight is a full wet race. Is quali wet as well?
Yes.
So it's a full wet weekend.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This could either go one of two ways, as we know. We do have some very talented drivers on the grid, but this could go one of two ways. It could go horribly wrong or fantastic. I'm hoping for fantastic.
So am I.
But then,
as we always do,
we do have the Wall of Champions.
Yes.
And that can throw a spanner in any Grand Prix.
Yep.
I can see a lot of incidents.
Well, hopefully not. We're kind of, yeah. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and that they will actually do a good job tonight.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. No.
Oh dear me. Apologies. So, grid as usual. We do have some people missing this weekend. Well, this week, sorry. But we do have quite a few filling in, so we are looking for around about 16 on the grid, which is not too bad. I think people might have been put off by the weather choice. Hello, Gibbo. How are we?
Hi, Gibbs. Yeah, I don't know. I think to be a good racer in this, you just can't always race in the dry.
That is very true. That is very true. And in real life, situations get thrown in you.
Yeah. But this'll, as the old saying goes, sort the men from the boys. So.
Indeed. Hello, Stevie, all the way from Gibraltar. It's very nice of you to join us. Do you remember the time difference? I know he was struggling to remember the time difference, that they are an hour ahead.
Yeah.
So, are we going to get started in the lobby, do you reckon? Time to go. Hello, Cody.
I think so, yeah.
Give I'll be happy to finish in the top
Stevie
10.
Mac?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Is Stevie Mac Scottish?
Yeah.
He is? Okay. That makes sense now.
Wait, is it because of his name?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Lobby started up. I think it's last minute changes there to the lobby.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know, it just flipped up and then disappeared.
Oh. Wonder did they change something in the driver briefing?
So Cody will be happy to finish, and Gibbo will be happy to finish in the top 10, so...
I think it's doable. Just stay out of the wall and, control your pace. I don't think this is in the wet. You're not really racing for speed. It's kind of just, survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is going to be survival of the fittest tonight.
Yeah.
We should see, I'm guessing, the usual runners, Dodo, Cornish, Extinct, somewhere up by the top, Hose.
And Mans.
And Mans, yep, somewhere up by the top. They're usually quiet.
Yeah.
But then this is a chance for some of the mid to bottom pack to come through, because driving in the wet it is a different thing.
It evens up the skill, doesn't it?
It does, and a lot of people shine in the rain. I'm really good in the rain. Ninja, you're quite good in the rain.
I'm okay.
it does bring out some of the better drivers, does the rain. So we shall see on who has mastered the rain and who can't cope with the World Champions of the rain.
Yeah. I think one of the things is that I'm very good at being consistent in the rain.
Yep.
You know, I might not be super fast, but I will keep the car on the track.
Yeah.
Which always helps.
Indeed. As we just await the start. There we go. Countdown for the start.
But I like the combination that isn't just the driver this season. It's, you know, it is the championship as well for the constructors.
There is. We'll take a look at them during qualifying and during the race as well, what we do have going on with the standings. Because the standings, to me, are starting to look interesting. It started to look like the top-seeded drivers are sort of walking away with it.
Yes.
However, there is competition now in that top-seeded drivers, where before it was quite limited to the talent.
There is. But I think it's also because of our weird point system.
The reason why it's looking a little bit tastier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll have a look at that after, because I'm finding that very interesting. Sitting on the other side of the fence when not racing, if I was in the championship, some of them middle to bottom pack, there we go, as we see the rain straight out the gate. I'd start to see the mid to bottom end of that pack starting to wanting to up their game a little bit, because I think there is a few that are not pulling the weight, but are getting themselves into too many incidents.
Yes.
And too many missed points and missed opportunities where there's quite a lot of the people that weren't in last season or just coming through the bottom end of last season that are picking up some points.
It's all to play for.
Indeed, it is. Indeed. And we still have 7 races left as both Red Bulls go out exactly at the same time. I think they must have spammed the get out onto track button. We'll just put up some telemetry.
I am
on
just
the mini map.
to...
Who's out on and out? Like, so we've got a Ferrari of Gibbo. Pretty much I think everybody's going to jump out, aren't they?
It makes sense to get out early.
It does.
Put on plenty of fuel in the car and just go for it.
It does. Just going to turn the game sounds slightly.
Sorting out my track map. If it works. There we go.
What are you on, telemetry or on the game?
Oh no, on my laptop.
Oh.
So.
So you know where you are?
Yeah.
That's what I've got you for. I don't need to know where I am on the track. All I know is that's a hairpin, and we're going to come down the back straight into the World Champions. The start lap. It looks like Gibbo is about to lead the first lap.
Get on board with Gibbo.
I'm on board with Gibbo. Takes it nice and easy through the World Champions. Not too close to that wall, leaving a lot of room there. The conditions look drivable. I'd like to be out on this. As he takes a lot of that, the right hand side grass there, just Gibbo.
I was there earlier, just in the little practice session that we were doing.
Yep.
We're doing, the fast guys were in the 119s.
119s, that's fast.
Yeah, and the mid pack was in around like the 120s, 121s. So
there isn't too much of a big gap. Like again, we are seeing this midfield being brought up. It's nice. It's nice to see the lads doing some practice sessions with each other again.
Yes.
We're not.
I think that's what's needed.
Yep.
Is these guys getting the practice in so they can actually compete for points. Because there's no point in showing up on a Thursday afternoon at 6:45 for the driver briefing and jumping straight into a race.
No. There's yellow flags out in sector 2. Not quite sure what the incident there was. Might have been somebody just letting somebody past.
Could have been. There is a lot of cars down at that hairpin.
There is. We'll run through who's in what car in a second, Stevie. Just as we watch Gibbo come down the back straight, take the World Champions for his first flying lap. Nice and tidy. It seems he got a purple first sector, but he was the first person around. He sets the pace at a 121.5. Which I got a feeling is going to immediately... There we go. Simi at the 121.1. So Simi again, in and around the top of the midfield.
Yeah, Simi's been doing quite well, and here we go, Dodo in the 119.
That is the benchmark for everybody else around, is the 119.8. We know that Gibbo can do a lot better. Again, I think he's another one struggling with this game. Last year's game, in and around the front pack. This year, I think he's struggling. He is, there we go. There's a massive slap at the back, and just the car not wanting to do as it's told, with Golden Flame putting in a fantastic time there. Who have we got fast on an outlet? V2, very impressed with his performance last week. Himself and Fenton getting in and around the action and around the points, proving that they are taking the time and effort into this game, and they have learned it in such a short amount of time.
Well, what was V2 saying earlier? He was doing 122s, but that wasn't full wet.
Yep.
So the inters, he's probably going to be...
There you go, 120.5, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, speaks for itself on how much time he's been putting in this game. I did help him with a wet setup, I'm not sure if he did use it. One of my reliable sources for setups. So, he has the tools, and we know that he has the talent.
Yeah.
It's just putting 2 and 2 together on the track day in, day out, which he has been doing. From what I've seen, is either non-stop F1 or non-stop Gran Turismo.
Basically. He just likes racing.
Yeah, don't we all here?
So,
it is the reason why we are here. One of many reasons, of course. Who else have we just got to start in a flying lap? As Jack posts a very mediocre 122.3. He's another person that's been struggling in the wet. I've been sort of keeping my eye out on the timings that they've all been doing in the charts and the practices they've been doing, and I believe that he is one of the people that is struggling with the rear end, especially on a setup. Cannot get the throttle correct in the rain.
I feel this is one of those... Oh, that's Jack is in the wall. I think controllers may have an advantage in the wet.
Yep.
Whereas the wheel... You're not really getting the feeling in the pedals. Especially in the PS5 now with the adaptive triggers. You can feel that just a little bit more.
Yeah, as Gibbo's pointing out there in the chat, with the PS4 controllers, you don't have that feeling. You don't have the amount of feeling that you do. And I think that's where the full switch over, as Extinct has just smacked into the third corner wall over on the right hand side. I think he's got a lot of damage there on his front right hand side. Right hand side? Yeah, right. Yeah. Making sure I get my left and my right.
Yeah, I'll be 1 minute.
We'll just jump on board with Oz as he looks like he's just about to complete another lap. Taking it nice and smooth around the hairpin. I think the rain, it is very, very subtle throttle inputs. You need to be very, very, smooth. It just looks like, instead there of hitting the brakes there, Ho's just noticed, lifting off, instead of using the engine to brake the car, instead of using... Oh, there was a very slow lap, it was 5 seconds down. I wonder if he'd be saving a bit of VRS.
Sorry, I was changing over my headset.
No, it's fine.
Because we're getting a lot of hearing myself kind of thing, which I'm not used to.
Oh, okay. You're not used to.
So, it's a feature. It's not like a bug or not they got there. It's actually these Blue Yetis.
Yeah, there is a feature with the headphones that I've got that mutes the sound around you, but then you can hear yourself, so then you're not constantly shouting.
Yeah, this one just picks up everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of annoying.
There you go, Steve. You're saying that you do get a lot more feeling in the wheel. You do get a lot more feeling in a wheel, but then I do feel with the vibrations, like you said, the haptics of the PS5 controller and the triggers, it's starting to bridge the gap.
Yeah. It's you don't get the feeling of the throttle control on the pedals of a wheel that you do on the controller.
Unless you've got nice Fanatec ones that have force feedback pedals.
But the G29 are basically, push up and down kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas on the PS5 controller, you're getting a little bit of tension pushing back on you.
Yep.
And then when it goes loose, it means that you've lost traction in the car, so you know to let go. So it's little subtle things.
It is. So are we expecting? We're not expecting the track to get drier at all whatsoever.
It's gonna be
like this throughout the whole.
Full wet. Now, if I was these guys, I would go in, put in fuel to do for the next 8 minutes, and just go for it.
Yeah,
the tires are going to last a long time, I know.
And these tires do get better over time.
Yeah, they're kind of like the hards.
Mans gets a nice flick of the rear end there. He seems to be putting down the pressure. He seems to be pushing on.
Yeah, I think him and Dodo were very close.
Yep.
Has Cornish been practicing?
Has Cornish been practicing? Wow. It's a 119.2. That is 4 tenths faster than Golden Flame. Currently, 6 tenths faster than Dangerous Dodo.
This mid-pack is very close. Like the amount of drivers that are in the 20s and low 21s.
Yeah, we do have quite now. What I would say is a rounded off competitive grid.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's that much difference between the mid to the front. If you look at the timings here, from hose up to first, less than a second.
Yeah.
As Mans puts in a 119 dead. That was very fast.
Are we going to get them into the 118s?
That is very, very fast. If we do, there's a car sideways, a Mercedes.
Yeah,
either Golden Flame.
He's struggling there at turn 2. He's got her going again. Turn 2 is quite awkward in this track because it's kind of a little bit uphill.
Yep.
And
very
easy
easy
to lose the back end.
Yes, it is, and especially in these, the weather conditions would not be helping the rear end of these.
Yeah. Looks like both Mercedes are struggling here.
Yeah, there's Golden Flame's lost all of his front wing, and it looks like Extinct is just about. He's again lost some of his front wing as well.
Yeah, he's lost his. Mercedes wing bill is going to be quite expensive.
It's that right hand side end plate that he's lost again.
Yeah.
So it looks like from 5th down to 8th have hit the pits. I'm guessing that's just come in, reassess, come back out.
Yeah.
There we go. Extinct loses the at the hairpin. It's not like Extinct. He's been quite sort of consistent.
Yeah, like we were saying just before, it's like the rain really brings out a difference.
It does.
Fenton's invalidated his lap here. Is he going to get that silly where it's like you can't do the second lap either?
And not to call me rude or ignorant here, but does it rain in India?
Oh yeah, they have a rainy season and all.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It might be quite comfortable driving in the rain then.
Yeah.
That was Golden Flame. Cheers, Stevie. As they are double boxing for the Mercedes. Both needing attentions, front wing changes. So we have just hit the 180. We have just hit the 118s there. We did miss that. Dangerous Dodos puts in a 118.6.
But not a big gap like last week.
No.
You know, it's only 4 tenths there.
The drivers to watch out for to get themselves into the 119s, maybe close to the 118s. I'd be looking at maybe B2, Gibbo, Hose, maybe Simi. Like I said, Simi was putting in 119s in practice.
I don't know if Simi was hitting them.
3 tenths off.
He's on the cusp of it.
Yep. Like to see a bit more pace from Core and Jack.
Yeah, Core's quite far down there.
He is. Right, should we take a quick look at the driver's standings then whilst we are a bit of a lull on all the outlaps?
Sure, I'm just watching Jack go across the line. Yeah, there he goes. He improves
at 120.7. That's a very nice time though.
that's good effort.
Right, let's have a look at the drivers' standings whilst we wait. So at the top of the drivers' standings with 31 points, we have Dangerous Dodo, followed by Cornish on 24 and Mans on 21. So there you can see the top 3 people are covered by 10 points. There's no more than a 10-point gap. With Gibbo, Golden Flame, Jack, Court, Footy, Simi, Hose and Mantis in there as well, with Stevie, Fenton, August, Tom, V2, Rob and Golf Maniac are round up the people that all have points. So far the people that haven't picked up any points: Robert Knight, Jerry, HL, Barenko, Cody and Mikey. See again, Cody, Barenko not picking up any points. I'd like to see them drivers with a few points. Missed consistency, Mikey, no points there again. Maybe this is a race where they pick up a few points.
It's definitely, we were talking about it earlier, it's like there's a good opportunity for Mikey to pick up some points, just stay consistent, don't pick up any silly penalties.
Yeah.
It is Canada though, they do have a bit strict in some corners.
As Cornish manages to put in a 118.8. Well, so it looks like these two are 2 or 3 tenths faster than Mans. V2 there, so you go, gets himself into the 119s. The 119.6. It's a bit of a dark horse of this, I think. He's best of the rest. What seems to be a lot of time put into this game. Up there in the 119s.
He's getting up to speed. Definitely is. He just needs to work on his consistency now in the race.
Yeah, he did have an issue in the last race. Did he spin at the end, or was he just unfortunate at the end? A bit of damage.
I think he's had a few spins. So he'll get there. He definitely will.
So we're just on board at the moment with Golden Flame. See if he can improve as he just goes through sector 1. Takes the first chicane. Very nice. Tidy.
Sorry, so he's not gone up too close to the wall.
No.
Need to stay off the curbs because they do be slippy.
They do be slippy.
Yeah.
The curbs here are not... They're not high raised curbs. They're quite flat. But they do... What you feel is they hold a lot of water.
Yeah.
They're
Which
not...
just happened there. Golden Flame got pushed out.
Yeah.
So that's that lap done.
So he's gonna hopefully slow down, recharge. 7% battery, so it's a good amount of battery to carry on.
I'm surprised if Fenton's struggling here.
He's out, is he? He's out of quality.
Yeah, he's retired
given up
from the session. But I suppose there is only about a minute left or so anyway.
Yeah, if we're not out of the pits now, it looks like we do have everybody on track. Apart from Fenton, so everybody's out on track. The people that we don't have on laps, they are cutting it close. There are, as you can see, Dangerous Dodo, Cornish, Simi and Mikey, who are going to hit the line last. Looks like everybody else has just been going around a few times.
Jack is doing an Austin Powers impression.
There we go, yep, lost the front wing. As he lets the Mercedes go through there.
Yeah.
So Cody has left the session. Okay.
Is he in the pit?
He must have had an issue.
Pit.
That's not a place to put a car there, Jack. On the exit of the first chicane is not the best place to put a car.
No, that's a very bad place. But it is really difficult to get out of the way on this track.
Well, it is a street circuit.
Yeah.
Even though we know it's not a street circuit, it is classed as a street circuit. There we go.
Oh, that'll not help things.
No.
Oh, Jack.
The McLaren bill has just got a bit higher.
Yeah. Imagine if we started charging drivers for crashing.
Grid penalties. I think we should. It's a shame you can't do that in this game. In between the race and qualifying, or qualifying in the race, give penalties. Just going to follow Simi to see if he can get himself into the 119s. Taking a nice line. Just coming up into the hairpin there. And a nice braking late, smooth, bringing it round, nice and tight on the apex, and nice pull away on the accelerator there. Took a bit of a weird line coming down to the straight, I would say, personally. Not what I would say is the racing line, as he's coming all the way down to the... Right, is he giving up on the lap? I think he's giving up on the lap. realised it was down too much and decides to box. Let's see if his teammate can do any better. Get himself secured in the top 10. Just watch Korg around the hairpin as well. 2 minutes 19 left on the session. Front two are still on the lap, and Mans didn't manage to get any better. He managed to improve his time there.
No, he's still stuck in the 119s, but like, there's only what 4 tenths to Dodo.
Correct, yeah.
So Mans is doing okay. So
as Core does continue the lap, but I think he just invalidated. He did invalidate on the last chicane, so he's going to weave it to the line. Dangerous Dodo doesn't improve and retires from the session, and it looks like Cornish does not improve and retires the session. So that looks like that is the end of qualifying. Doesn't look like everybody is completed. We just now have to wait for Cornish's car to enter the pits because he decided to finish. There we go. As we hit the end. Qualifying. Right, let's run through the qualifying lineup then for the start of the race. Got Dangerous Dodo on P1, followed by Cornish and Mans, all covered by 4 tenths, with Hose, V2, Golden Flame, Gibbo, Extinct, Dolph, Simi, Core, Jack, Rob, Cody, Mike and Benton. That's all 16 drivers qualified, all within 4 seconds, which is not bad. What is interesting is from 1st to 6th, all within a second, and then from after that, from 7th all the way down to 12th, another second. You can see the patterns, the battles, the groups that are starting to appear. And it's looking very interesting. Disappointments there from myself. I would say I'd be expecting Gibbo and Extinct a little bit higher up in these conditions.
I just don't think they got in a good time there, but Gibbo's good in the race.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't spin, he does have good consistency.
It does. Right, whilst we have a quick little, let's just have a look at the Constructors' standings. So at the top of the Constructors' Champions, we have the table, we have Alpine with 31 points, Aston Martin close to follow with 27, Williams with 22, Ferrari with 21. Again, we're seeing the gaps very, very close. So Mercedes on 19, Red Bull on 14, Alfa Romeo on 13, McLaren on 9, AlphaTauri picking up their first points, double points finished last week with 8 points, and Haas with 3. I'm liking these close battles in the constructors and the drivers. It looks like at the moment Alpine, I think Dodo's picked up every single point for Alpine so far. You there, Ninja?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
No.
My brain's, I got a message on Discord. Sometimes I get distracted.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, right, 11 seconds to the start of this Grand Prix then, as we will hit the formation lap. So everybody is just taking out an ounce or two of fuel, I would suspect, because I don't think they're going to need that much fuel in this.
No, they can work on fuel saving onto the safety cars, which we will get. I think they were supposed to wait there, but they didn't.
Oh, wait before the start of the race?
Yeah, to ready up. So.
Okay, well there was a 30-second wait, I believe.
Yeah. But I do feel like you need a minute sometimes, just to sort of tires and fuel and stuff like that there.
As we do have two difficult...
with rain, it's like
simple, isn't it?
Inters or inters.
Yeah.
You don't really need to choose.
No. No, you don't. That was an accidental ready up by Haas. There we go.
Yeah.
Who has been disqualified, and so is Extinct. I don't know whether they had a quick incident just before the start of the race. They'll start a formation.
Possible. It feels very strange to see an Alpine. Is that 2 Alpines? No, Alpine, an Aston Martin, and a Williams at the front of the grid. We're like so used to seeing the Red Bull and the Ferrari and the Mercedes.
We do know how to mix things up here.
Yeah. So.
What is interesting to see, and what is, again, is with AlphaTauri sitting 4th and 5th. That, to me, is becoming quite a partnership, quite a team partnership there. Hello, Craig. Hello, Craig. How are you?
4th and 5th, yeah,
The fourth
V2.
Yeah,
yeah.
That to me is one of the strongest pairings that we have. I don't think we expected V2 to pick up the pace this quickly, and he has. So that to me, very strong. I'd see quite a lot of points here again, hoping for the AlphaTauri, because again we're not just fighting for drivers, we are also here for constructors. So you know, we are doing the full shebang this season. A lot more to think about.
There is. It's just not about where you're going to finish, but you know, you kind of have to help out your teammate as well. You know, it's like talk to them when to pit, so that you don't double stack.
Ninja, our good old friend Stevie is asking who is driving for who tonight.
Who's driving for who?
Who's driving for what team? There we go. As the predicted pit strategy is a one-stop race between lap 18 and 28 on the Inters.
Does he mean the reserves?
No, who's driving for what team? As we are just about to hit the lights, I will just hide the... just for the start of the race.
Sorry, a little bit lost.
Yeah, no, it's okay. There we go, and the lights start to appear on the screen, and we are getting ready for lights out. And we are away for the Canadian Grand Prix. And it looks like everybody gets away quite gingerly with Mans, Dangerous Dodo and Cornish seem to go side by side. Hall's taking up a very nice line on the outside there of turn 3. That's fantastic. We do have yellow flags in sector 1 at the rear end of the grid. It looks like Cody's had an issue at the back. But again, Dangerous Dodo seems to be pulling away from this group straight away, commanding the lead, followed by Cornish and Hawes. With Mans, everybody seems to have tucked into a nice straight line already. This is very strange for all of us here.
Yeah, it's I think they were a little bit cautious there. Maybe some were a little bit.
There is a Mercedes,
cautious.
and it does look like the AlphaTauri were side by sides. They're very, very close there between V2 and Golden Flame, as V2 is trying to put on a move with Hawes. So both Mercedes and both AlphaTauris here quite fighting for position already. Like again, was Extinct did go a bit sideways, but I think that might have been a bit of a glitch. Closely followed by Simi in P8 and Gibbo P9 and Core P10. That does round up the top 10 on the opening lap here. As everybody just, again, quite cautious on that one. Nobody making any lunges or diving. Everybody made it through the first corner, apart from what seemed to be Cody, who did have an issue. I'm not quite sure whether he's back with us or if he's AI.
Not 100% sure. He did lose. He only lost 2 places. He's in the pit now, so that's another big loss. Golf Maniac losing 6 places. So he's really struggling here, but Fenton moving up 4 places, so it's a good effort. Good start from Fenton.
That's more where you'd like to see Fenton. That's more where I would see his pace.
Yeah. If he can keep the pressure on now, get after Rob. I don't think we'll see any DRS whatsoever in this race. So
no, so it is going to be pure skill.
Pace, yeah.
Pure skill for today. It's half a second between Cornish and Mans there. There has been switch places between Core and Rob. Rob picking up a place, but it doesn't like they're fighting back here. Core has picked up the place back. So again, no DRS, but ERS. I've had the pit strategy reminded twice now, as Rob picks up a strange 5-second penalty for corner cutting. I don't think he estimated where the hairpin was going to be and tried to take a bit of an inside line on Core. That's lost him a few places and a penalty. So Core does keep P10 with Dodo just again just sitting about 1.4 seconds away from Cornish, with Host picking up the fastest lap. It looks like he's putting a bit of a charge on against Mans here, as the top second, third and fourth seem to be very close to each other. It doesn't look like Golden Flame's just backed off this pack a little bit, but again his pace is there. So I'd like to see him maybe in the pit stop phase, come back against these lot. Just again, don't lose too much time. Sit there, as it looks like Fenton made another place on Jack there.
No, he was already ahead of him.
No, was he already ahead of him?
Yeah. So I think it is just getting settled in now and just be consistent with your times. I'm actually surprised that Simi is pulling away from Core here.
Indeed, he is. Yeah, only by about a tenth or two.
Yeah.
It's not.
Core starting to drain the battery now. At least he's, Simi Core teammates. So
yeah, there has been a switch there with V2. I think he's had an incident there. He has. I don't think he's got any damage.
No, I think it looks okay.
Yeah,
he
it
should
seems
be fine.
to be okay. Yeah. But again, it's that consistency. We know that V2's got the pace. We know that he's good for it. Just needs to knuckle down on that consistency. And it is the rear end, the traction coming out. He is on steering wheel, so it is the rear end slip. There is a Haas sideways as well. It's like Golf Maniacs had an issue in the Wall of Champions. Just before, sorry, the chicane just before.
Yeah. I think the Wall of Champions will catch out a lot of people.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Just taking it steady through there.
Yeah. That's what you need to do.
Dodo's taking a 2.2 second lead against Cornish.
That battle for second, though.
That battle for second is still very, very close.
Yeah,
it is Cornish, Mans and Hose. Hose, I think, has just dropped off slightly, not too much.
No, he's still there.
So, for Stevie, tonight we do have Dodo in the Alpine, Cornish in the Aston Martin, Mans in the Williams, Hose in the Alfa Tauri, the two Mercedes, Golden Flame in its stink body, Ferrari of Gibbo, Simi and Core both in the Red Bulls, with Fenton in the other Ferrari, Jack and Mikey in the McLarens, V2 in the other Alfa Tauri, with Rob in the other Williams, Golf Maniac, the sole Haas driver, and Coda in the other Alpine.
Yeah.
Was that right?
No.
Did I do that right?
I think that's right, yeah. It's so difficult with the blue teams because you've got Williams, Alpine, and Red Bull, all blue.
Yep.
And I can never be sure. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Mad is in the Williams. Okay, so it's not even the dark blue. The dark blue is Red Bull.
Yeah, that really shaded.
Darker than the Alpine.
And that shaded blue grey, 3 second penalty for V2 there for Monaco. The shaded blue is the Alfa Tauri as well. So it's very, the colours. The only standout colours I would say are the Ferrari, McLaren, and Haas. The rest of them are all blue.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about Formula One. I suppose it's just a lot of teams like blue.
The primary colour in the Mercedes, though, should be silver. Yeah, the silver arrows. It's alright, Stevie. I did that one for you. It took me all my strength to get that out and to remember all them cars and drivers. As it looks like Mans is starting to put a bit of pressure on Cornish here. No DRS, but again, you do get quite a good slipstream around here because it is quite... The straights are quite very long. Especially the back straight. It feels like an eternity, that back straight.
It's a weird track in the sense that sectors 1 and 2 is very tight and you need a really good setup with your downforce and all. But like that back straight and into like the final chicane and into the first corner is all flat out. So you basically got this long straight line and then you got all these little tight little corners and it's very difficult to balance the car up. Do you go for speed or do you go for control in the corners? And especially in the wet it's even worse.
It is indeed, and it looks like Cornish is pulling out all of the strategic... Oh, it looks like Mans might be taking a dive up the inside of the hairpin. He does. Can he pull this one off? They both go sweeping round there together. Close followed by Hose has now closed up the gap whilst these two have been fighting. It doesn't look like Cornish is going to concede the places. All three of them are tucked in behind each other. How exciting is that? The battle for second just got tasty.
A slipstream battle. That was a very good overtake. Very clean racing. Cornish give plenty of room on the inside.
It is.
As did Mans give Cornish plenty of room on the outside, so it's nice to see, and Mans can get a little pulling away a little bit.
Does look like Mans. Yeah, it does look like Mans has been released slightly. Can he go and hunt down Dodo? I know that, like you said, them two in practice times weren't that too differ, but again, Hose is putting on the pressure on Cornish. Is Cornish struggling? Is this something that he is not familiar and doesn't like?
Maybe he's just not a fan of the rain.
We have found some kinks in the armour for our Cornish, who we did at one point thought that he was a robot. He's definitely human. I think we're finding this season he's definitely human.
Jack is having a nice little battle with Fenton here.
Let's go back and jump on board with that as it's closest battle. They are definitely fighting for
on top of each other.
Well, fighting for P11. But then this is bringing in Rob again. All this battle and this fighting is bringing in other drivers. As we're seeing now that Mans has taken a second away from Cornish. He's been released. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Could we see that with Jack? Gets past Fenton. Has he been holding him up?
Well, that's the thing, is he? Or are they matched for pace? Because we do know Fenton's quick. Oh, Jack's struggling to get traction out of the hairpin there, unfortunately. Again,
he's very committed to not running traction control, even in the wet. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Not quite sure. Was that the Haas? Or was that Mikey in the other McLaren?
Mikey's in the other McLaren. But there's no one near him.
Jack looks a lot more confident on the braking, is what I would say. Just from observations, he does look like a lot more confident on that brake pedal. He's got a bit of support there in chat for Fenton from Craig.
As Fenton and Jack are fighting now, Rob has caught back up to them, so he's right on behind them.
And Fabio showing his support for V2 as well in chat.
Fabio Ramos.
Any relation to Sergio? Cousin.
V2 is trying to get on the back of Core here into the hairpin. What's he like under the braking? Oh, he's very good under the braking. I'm actually surprised how good the brake it was there. It closed right out. Oh, but it gets loose in the exit.
It does get loose.
That'll lose him time.
Does give Core that little bit of headroom where to get away a bit.
Yeah, and it's one of those awkward tracks. It's like if you get a bad exit out of the hairpin, you've lost it all the way down the street.
Yep. Yeah. You have to have a good exit at the end of that hairpin.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Is Stevie, Uncle twice removed. Thanks for clearing that one up.
Yeah.
All the way from Gibraltar, thank you very much.
So Jack's still trying to get past Fenton here.
He is. I'm just on board with V2 at the moment. Just wanted to see if he could, how much he was going to creep back up in this lap. He looks very confident in that car.
He is.
He looks very confident with that setup. He does. Oh, he's right up at the back of Core. This would be concerning for Core because Core is going to get the overtake done here. He is. Up the inside. He's going
to send it down the inside.
They're going to have to be very, very cautious. No, I think Core was using some of the battery to regain some of that pace.
Yeah. That's good driving for V2 as well. Just slot back in behind.
He is, yeah. Just to recognise that the battle was not there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a rear lock up there from Core. I saw that.
Yeah, that was
a slight
V2,
rear lockup.
V2 tapped Core into the hairpin as well, so that didn't help things.
Is Core running no ABS?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing he isn't. It's Core. He doesn't like
any assist. No, he did look like he had a rear lockup then, which sort of brought the car to a weird halt in a straight line.
Doesn't help things.
No, apologies for my coughing.
Jack only 0.16, 0.2
He's again
behind.
A lot more confident on the brakes as we just go on board with Jack as he takes the first corner. But again, traction's out of the corner. Fenton has him out of corner exit.
He does, and they're both on the wheel, so they're not at any like disadvantage with control or anything.
No. But again, this is bringing in Rob. It's just sitting in the back of this, letting this one unfold.
Yeah, I think he's doing the right thing. Just wait for these two to mess up.
Yeah, so Stevie thinks that Core is running no ABS. So that would explain why he had the lockup and would explain why V2 ran to the back of him. Kind of lucky that there was no damage there.
Yes, I think because if you go on with the V2 into the hairpin,
yep,
he breaks so much later, and he's almost breaking right up until Core's the rear of his car.
Yes, Jack nearly thinks about a move up the inside of the hairpin there.
What Jack needs to do is brake normally for the hairpin, set the car up for this straight, get him the slipstream all the way up, and outbrake him into the.
Oh, he gets a fantastic line out of that final chicane. Is this going to allow him to go around the outside into turn one? No, is it a little switcheroo? He is going to tight line on the inside. Golden Flame picking up a 3-second penalty. That's going to unsettle Benton's car. Nice little one, well held, I have to say. That's going to bring in Rob.
Yeah, I almost collected Rob there. That was very close.
And there we go. I think we are going to see Jack disappear slightly now.
I think so. I wouldn't say that Fenton was really holding him up, but battling over positions was definitely holding both of them up.
Yep, definitely. How is Mr. V2 getting on with Core? Again, tucked in 3/10 behind him. Just can't get a move. Again, another rear end tap. It's Core.
Just let them know he's there.
That's Core making the lockups though.
Yeah. But at the same time, it is up to V2 to overtake safely.
It is.
As Golf Maniac does get past Mikey and moves up into 14th place.
Mikey again, maybe not quite comfortable with the wet track. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Like I said, it does separate the men from the boys and the ladies from the girls.
Yeah.
And anybody else that wants to get involved. It's
a few penalties been picked up now.
There is, and they're very spread. With Hulls picking up a 3-second time penalty. Let's just quickly have a look.
Yeah, Golden Flame with 3, V2 with 3, Rob picking up 5 seconds.
Yes, that was for corner cutting at the hairpin. I don't know whether he misjudged somebody. But
so
I did.
Got a full 5 seconds?
Yeah, straight away, yeah.
That's quite a big penalty for that.
He will serve that in the pit lane.
Well, yeah, that's the only benefit of it.
As everybody is on the same tyres. It looks like Mans is bringing in quite a bit of a push now. Setting the fastest lap of the race of a 1:20.3, was that? Did I see that correctly?
Yeah. Oh, V2 almost getting past Core there, but I think I don't know why he lost momentum. He had to switch position.
Core picks up a 3-second penalty for missing the last chicane. Gained him a lot of time. But with V2 having, so that's kind of even that battle out. They're both picking up a 3-second penalty. I know we do have a round of pit stops to go. Not quite sure when we're going to see the first pit stop. Mid-race, maybe, lap 18.
I'd say 17, 18.
17, 18. Oh, Man's picking up a 3-second penalty there.
It's not helped things.
No, but with the fastest lap that he did pick up, he is pushing.
He is.
He is trying to reduce that. Nice little kink there from V2, trying to get out of the way. Anticipate the move a little bit. He's just got a fantastic exit out there. Can he push? Are they both draining the ERS, do you know?
Core's got about 11% left, V2 about 30.
So Core looks like he's being the more defensive, obviously with him. He is pushing defensively. Again, I think V2, when he gets through, is released. Another rear lock up there from Core, but it does allow, V2 does allow him a little bit of space. There's Hose is DNF. Is this going to bring out a safety car? I don't think it is.
No, he's retired in the pit.
Okay. I wonder if we can get a bit of
very strange.
Wonder if we can get a bit of clarification on the reason there. As V2 picks up another 3 seconds.
V2 will be kicking himself here.
That does promote V2 up into P9 and Core into P8, allowing Jack to be in the last. Again, Jack's been released completely. 5 seconds gap now between him and Fenton.
Yeah. I'm unsure why the game does this.
Oh, brings the car back onto the track to then retire it at the first goal. No idea. You try and do the right thing by retiring in the pits, and the game just says, no, I'm going to come out of the pits anyway.
Well, hopefully this will be all back to green now.
It is all back. There we go. We have lost the yellow flags in Sector 1.
Yeah, V2 kind of just eased off there under those yellows, got the battery back up.
Yep.
So he's got like a 20% advantage here now on Core, so a good exit out of the final hairpin. Oh, don't tap him again.
There we go. It does seem to. I think it's making him nervous. Good. It's making V2 very nervous as the locking up of Core.
Yeah.
He's having to slam on the brakes more.
Yeah, and Core's needing to drain the battery on just to stay ahead.
Yeah.
So he's managing it very well.
This is ruining V2's race, so I'd like to see him a bit further up here.
Yeah, that's quite a gap there to Cutters.
Yeah.
2.5 seconds now, so Simi's pulling away a little bit. Gibbo up into 6th. How many places has he made up?
2 or 3? 1.
Okay. Gibbo qualified 7th. For some odd reason I thought he qualified down like 12th and 13th. So.
As we are nearing the midway point of this race.
Yeah, this race is kind of flying.
Oh, can V2 get a better exit out of that corner? It does look like he's going to try up the inside into the chicane again. Now that Core's battery, the way that he uses his batteries are going to get another better exit. Coming up to the hairpin, this is where he needs to be side by side. It puts a bit of pressure on the locking up of Core. But he doesn't seem to be able to capitalise on that.
No. And now V2's actually drained the battery more than Core.
So that would be the reasoning for him getting side by side.
Yeah. But I think he uses the wrong time. Oh, Jack has left.
Jack's left the session?
Jack there. Yeah. Oh. Did he lose connection? I'm unsure. But he's kind of sitting there in no man's land. As most drivers are, there is really only this battle of V2 and Core, and
there is, and they're getting a lot of airtime. They're getting a lot of airtime because of this.
Yeah.
After the man's battle and then the Jack with Fenton, this seems to be the main focus of the race. I'm hoping that V2 can capitalise on this. Has the rain stopped?
No, it's still dropping.
There we go. Yes, they were just going far too quick.
What has happened to Simi? Because he's lost a second.
I think these two might be pushing.
Yeah.
I think that might be the case here.
This could be an issue for Core. If he catches back up to the back of Simi, what do they do?
V2 needs to make a dive up the inside. He needs to try something here. It is just slowing his race down.
Yeah.
He just seems to be happy sat behind Core. Simi does seem to be coming back into play a little bit. This, like you said, as Mans picks up another 3 seconds.
He's struggling there. What's that up to 9 now?
The 9 or is it 6?
Oh, it's 6. I thought he was already on.
That's going to put him into territory of Cornish and Extinct and Golden Flame at the end of this race. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. No, they're all 6 seconds apart. That's my bad. So it is going to put him into Cornish territory at the end of this, Mans, if he's not careful.
Yeah, is T-Waters going to come out here?
Is this going to be Simi, get out of my way as Golf Maniac picks up a 3-second penalty?
They were to be expected. I am actually pleasantly surprised there isn't so many safety cars at the minute. With
what happened last week, I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
Could we see a switch of the Red Bulls here? Or could we make... This is a bit of a team battle anyway. It's AlphaTauri's... There we go. V2 just gets a heck of a line out of there. But he just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed.
No. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe his setup is too low.
Maybe the setup that I give him was just too much for wet. Should have been more of an intermediate setup.
But I think that little back straight there between turn 4 and 5?
The Dangerous Dodo and Mans, both the top two are in the pits. And it looks like Mans is going to come out around about Golden Flame. Or just in between, just mixes the two Mercedes there. Sorry, I had to jump to the pits. As Gibbo's in the pits as well, gets away nice and cleanly. Puts on a brand new set of Inters. If I was V2 here, I'd probably be inclined to try the undercut.
Yeah, I think now would be a good time to come in and pit.
Yep. Especially seeing the front runners coming out. Has Gibbo got an issue coming out the pits? Benton is another
slow.
one.
Maybe just getting up to speed on those. I suppose the tyres will be a little bit cold.
It's, engineer Stevie saying that it's expect them in around lap 19, 20.
Yeah. Right. This is the straight where V2 needs to make the move.
Yes.
Because I don't think he has the straight line speed, or even here. That's it. Drain your battery.
He needs to get a move done. But Core's just able to tuck back in.
It's driving I don't like. Moving under braking.
Something's asking what happened to Jack. Everyone's left the session for him. Oh, he's desynced. He needs to rejoin.
Yeah.
Needs to close the game down and rejoin. There we go. V2 does decide to bring it into the pit. So, they're speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah.
V2. That is the simplest of simplest mistakes, but it is easily made.
It is, and I think a lot of people will make it tonight as Jack pulls into the pit. His AI. So yeah, Jack needs to leave his session and rejoin this one. I will send him an invite.
Luckily, he's still sat in no man's land, and he has missed out on the pit lane as Simi picks up a 3 second for trying to go too fast.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see where Core now is going and V2 are going to come out as V2 picks up another 3 second for multiple warnings. So how much time does V2 add on to his end of the race?
Just having a look now. Palandy's V2 is on 14 seconds.
14 seconds.
That's
a lot.
Dangerous territory.
Yep.
Now, we all know Core.
Yep, we do.
Could Core try push this all the way to the end of the race?
On one set of tyres?
Yeah.
As Extinct is the latest person to enter the pits. Potentially. I don't know what the tyre life is like on the Inters. Oh, we're going to see Core here come in. We're not. He's going to do another lap.
Yeah.
Does Simi decide to pit in that?
Looking like?
Nope.
He's still doing the 122, so he's still fast.
Yep.
And it has brought him up into 5th place.
Could.
Yeah. But Gibbo is on these fresh tyres, so we'll see now what Gibbo can do against Simi's Red Bull as he's tucked in behind him.
We'll go on board with this. Because this could get interesting. It does look like there has been a switch to the Red Bulls as well, so Core having the better pace over Simi. Simi seems to have dropped off a little bit in this battle now.
Maybe a word from Core is just like drop your pace a little bit, save your tyres.
Maybe, going for the zero stop. Yeah. You don't have to... There's no mandatory pit stops in the wet. So you can run these until there's nothing left of these intermediate tyres.
It'd be a big push, but I think it is possible.
Oh, there is Gibbo and Golden Flame. It's like Golden Flame just ran into the back of Gibbo. Not very nice that. I'd be inclined to let that place back, which he does.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Very nice of him. See, albeit it ruined the move, it ruined the time, it's respectable that he's let him past. I don't then think there's any need to appeal that. No,
I think it's like, yeah, you've lost a little bit of time, but you haven't lost any positions.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, I think that's sportsmanship, fair racing.
Indeed. In real F1, we'd probably just see them stamp their little feet and cry about it.
Yeah. But we know what F1 drivers are like. They do love a complaint.
Yeah, they do. Can Gibbo reel back in Simi?
I think he can, yeah. He's only, what, 7/10 behind now. It's with Golden Flame being so close as well.
Yeah. Do you defend or do you attack?
Gibb will not want to be held up too much here. Because he is on fresher tyres.
He is. Yeah.
When did they pit?
3 laps ago?
Yeah, Gibbo 3 laps, Golden Flame 2. V2 on 2 as well. But you see, this is the issue now. Because Core hasn't pitted. I'm just looking at the times, 11, 18, 19. Yeah, so V2 will jump Core here. But then V2's got 14 seconds of penalties, so...
It'd be interesting to see if Core and Simi can, between them, pull out a no-stop race.
The only other driver on... Oh! What happened there?
Simi just seemed to lose 2 places in one.
Simi just letting them past.
I have no idea what happened.
Very strange from Simi. The only other driver that hasn't stopped yet is Mikey.
Interesting.
Yeah, as Golf Maniac does come in now and does pick up the 5-second
It's a very strange pit lane entrance here. It is very easy to, especially people that don't play the game with the pit limiter off.
Yeah.
Or pit assist. It's very easy to just go straight in, not expecting. Because when you run in the pit assist, the game just grinds you to a halt.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are aware of that.
Those things we had to bring it in because of that reason.
And it is because of this track.
Mostly, yeah.
Because here,
it's just send it in full speed.
Yeah. Well, and then you do get the respectable drivers that do try and take the pit lane line.
Because it is a good 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah. But then we have had a few glitches here where they've come flying into the pits and then it's merged. It's then snapped them back onto the track.
That's true as well.
Have we had any word from Jack? Has he entered the session or?
I think Jack's back.
Jack is back.
Jack is back. So.
I'm sure there's
It's unfortunate with that desync issue.
It happened to Mikey last week. So you know when we were wondering what happened to Mikey last week?
Yeah.
That's what happened to him.
Yeah.
I caught up with him after the race and he said everybody left the session bar him and he was fighting. He was up there.
Yeah.
Any quicker, it'd have gone on to win the race.
Yeah. It is unfortunate. I think it is just one of those issues where we've brought in crossplay this year and there's a lot more issues going on.
It is. So the only drivers currently that do not have penalties are Dangerous Dodo, Cornish, Extinct, Jack, Fenton, very good from Fenton, and Mikey. So the thing is, they might be Jack, Fenton, Mikey, they might be struggling for pace, but they're not struggling for, you know, the penalties. They're keeping it on the track.
They are. So we see Golden Flame catching up to Gibbo, and Gibbo is catching Core. So I think Core's strategy of staying out the whole race is not going to pay off.
Maybe. We do know that Core is very good at defending. And he seems to have a setup that is tailored a little bit more to straight line speed.
I do think he is actually saving his battery.
Maybe.
Because he's up there at 80% now.
Yeah.
Whereas Gibbo is around 35, so...
pushing along a little bit.
Yeah.
So far, as we're sitting here, lap 24, with only 10 laps to go, as Mikey picks up a 3-second penalty. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
this curse.
Man, we were doing so well there, Ninja. This man's picks up another 3-second penalty. That is now going, again, 9 seconds. Territory of Cornish.
Yes. Cornish is only, what, 4/10 outside that, so he can push it. It is unfortunate. I think Mans is so close because he is pushing it too much.
Yep. There's Stevie. Engineer Stevie again saying that them tyres will not last at the end of the race. There is only one way to find out, however, with this game. And that is to do it. And to put a risk, there is yellow flag set to 2 and 3 is a McLaren. It's Jack.
Jack is in a wall.
He's lost it at the first corner.
This is going to be a safety car. He's facing the wrong way. Jack has retired.
No, it's not the first corner. Sorry, it is just before the hairpin.
Yeah.
He's retired from the session.
He's retired, so no safety car?
No, it looks like, because it looks like the game's managed to get his car going again. Up at the hairpin. The car is moving. Slowly.
He has retired.
He's pulled it over to the side of the track now.
That's unfortunate because he was sitting in the points.
As Rob picks up a 3-second time penalty. Jack was sitting in the points.
He was. Now, if Lance can hold this, he'll get that 10th place because of the penalties.
He has just lost the point. He has just lost the place to Rob there. But again, they're doing some switcheroos here. Let's get back and on board with these.
Did they
Sorry,
have a spin or something? They were both ghosted for me.
Yeah, they are both ghosted. They are ghosting out every now and again. It looks like
sure
Fenton.
What's happening there?
Is it Fenton's lost connection here?
Has he lost connection?
He's the one that's ghosting out.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Something's definitely happened. I didn't see any messages pop up that he
Had left the session.
lost connection, so...
But there we go. It's just weird that Rob just then ghosted out.
Yeah.
How bizarre.
I don't know. But this battle for 6th anyway, for 5th, Gibbo and Golden Flame are right on the back core now.
Sector 3 yellow flags. Is that because of the other McLaren?
Yeah, it's Mikey. Maybe having issues with Cody? No,
I don't think so, no. He's up the road now. I think it's just a self-inflicted at the hairpin. Yeah. Is Golden Flame going to take a dive up the inside? He is, but I don't think he's going to get that stuck. He takes a nice line on the inside, but you just don't get the run. The outside line always gets the better run.
That's it.
And look at the gap that he's pulled out because of that.
You have to wait for so long to get back on the car.
Yep.
You're better to just follow the car through and then try to get the cutback, as opposed to holding it down the inside. But yeah, I think we might be getting a little bit of desync in this lobby now, which is unfortunate. But Gibbo's going to keep trying to get past Core, and it's just jumping around from like 5/10 up to 7th and back again. So Core's doing quite well to hold on to these tyres, but I do feel like they're about to go off soon.
Could we see Gibbo make a move just before the hairpin, maybe? Looks like he's going to try and dive up the inside here. Again, McCall seems to have that straight line speed.
He does. He's got a really good setup. Speed-wise.
It's a defensive setup.
But if he does pit, it'll bring him out. Where? 9th? Behind Simi?
Indeed. However, what I would like to point out right now is V2, now he's been released, he's catching up. It was about 7 seconds. He's now got that gap down to 3.5. Yeah. And he is creeping in on this pack.
And that's with V2 pitting as well.
Oh, that's Core does not.
Yeah.
I think that might be the end of those tyres.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that'll be him struggling now. Yeah, because V2 is going to be in the back of him very soon. So
with the pit that's going to be imminent for Core, where is that going to bring up V2? Then that's going to push him up. It's going to drop Core down behind V2 now.
Yeah, and even with V2's penalty, he should stay ahead of him because it's, what, 22, 23 seconds here?
Yep. He should have just pit. Core trying to take the road. I think it's past the no return point.
Yeah. I would be curious to see what Simi's tyres are like.
Of course, because Simi's on the same strategy.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, Simi's pitted. Simi is on 3 laps, so he pitted. The only other person who hasn't pitted is Mikey. So it's
Still.
Mikey and Core.
Ignoring the game. Going their own way.
So if Core does pit, he'll drop in behind Simi, and Simi will be on fresher tyres. So this could be a disaster for Core.
Could be.
So does he stay out? Because he has got the time difference because of V2's penalties.
Golden Flame just looking very close to the world champions there. Golden Flame wants to get a move on. He's pushing Gibbo along. V2 within a second of Core now. How quickly has he caught up to the back of this? As Cornish picks up a 3-second penalty. He is definitely human.
He is.
Definitely.
Where does that put him? Oh, that's just outside the realm of things as well.
Jack in the chat is very angry. What happened there, Jack? Angry. What happened? What happened with the spin? Please tell us.
Tell Uncle Ted.
Tell us what happened. Tell Uncle Ted.
Oh, V2. Is he going to send down the inside?
Can he make a move?
Yeah.
Let's go on board. Or is he still struggling?
For that corner.
Is he still struggling with straight line speed? This is going to be a battle up at the hairpin. Outside line, unbreaking. Oh, a bit of a love tap there. What on earth is that?
I don't know what happened.
Oh, no. Oh, V2.
I think V2 had every right to go for that corner.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm utterly... That's heartbreaking there for V2. He'd pushed and pushed and made up all that ground to the back of Core for that to then happen to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what Jack is saying in chat. Said migrating the horse, so one by one, everybody left, and they had no idea what was happening.
That's unfortunate.
It is, as Extinct picks up. So everybody apart from Fenton here does have a penalty. And Dangerous. Yeah, and Dodo. Yeah. Thank you.
But
Stevie does not approve of Core's tactics there.
Oh, as Golden Flame catches the wall.
Fenton
I've never understood,
picks up a 3-second penalty. Everybody apart from Dodo.
Yeah.
Do we have to go on board with Dodo for the past 4 laps?
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
So, Canada on... What turn is that? Is that turn... Let me look at my little track map as I try to work this out. Turn 8. Just before you go in, like you go underneath the bridge.
Yep.
It has a bit of barrier that juts out.
Yep, it does. It's so strange. I can confirm this.
I've never understood why that's deemed safe.
As we do see, Mikey decides to get rid of these tyres. Core's still committed to these tyres.
Well, he might as well, because he's got the time difference with the penalties around him. Because if he does pit, he'll drop out. Probably outside the points now.
Yep.
But if he stays out, even though he's maybe losing like 2-3 seconds a lap, he should still finish 7th.
So what are the penalties for Golden Flame and Gibbo? See, Golden Flame needs to get past Gibbo and then needs to get moving.
Yeah. And he's very close to him.
This is our closest battle on the track. Everybody seems to be at 5 or 10 seconds behind the next person, as Golden Flame, a very late lunge that did not work for him.
No, he had to avoid him there at the end.
That seems to be Golden Flame's signature thing. Late braking, not quite sure it pays off all of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this hasn't been interesting. We have had some fantastic battles, but it seems to be that everybody's been in their little own race.
Which I think was expected. You know, it's like, it was a race of survival. Just sit in, settle down, and try, you know, pick up those places. surprised there's been no safety cars.
He'd stay in front of Core with the penalties. Oh, is this Golden Flame? Just, yeah.
So,
Oh, Gibbo gets a nice slide there. Well held. That is fantastically held.
Well held. Yeah.
This man's picks up the fastest lap of the race.
This does make mean that Golden Flame could close back up again. Only half a second. What are they like with their batteries? Yeah, Gibbo's got plenty. He's got 20% more.
Front lock up there from Gibbo.
Oh, and a bad exit as well. But he can drain the battery, which he is doing.
So he has the defensive measures.
Yeah. Yeah, Golden Flame's basically out of battery now.
Yeah.
And Gibbo's still got 30%, so he's managing his better. We are into lap 33 of 35 now, so there's definitely going to be no safety cars. And
yep.
I think that means Cody owes us a tenner.
Cody?
He did say earlier in chat, he says, I bet you a tenner that there will be a safety car, and there's been no safety cars. So.
Well, you know where that's going, Cody.
Yeah.
Straight to the charity fund. So, unfortunate, Rob will have to do that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a loan from Rob.
Yep.
To cover that.
If we get that in writing next time, we're going to have to start writing these down. Don't forget. And then getting them to sign as well.
Oh, Mike Akifan has joined. Did Mikey get desynced as well?
So I'm not getting the message at the bottom of my screen like you are.
Yeah, maybe we're all getting different messages and stuff. I don't even know where all these penalties are going to play out, so who's going to grab second, third, and stuff like that. We're going to have to wait to the end.
Let the game decide.
And stuff. Yeah. Could Lance get into the top
10?
10?
10 maybe.
Could he?
Yeah, maybe. Got to keep the pace up.
Yeah.
Conspiracy against McLaren. Honestly, it was the Wheel of Fortune. Promise you. You saw the wheel. It's just who you're destined to be with.
Little do you know that was a pre-recorded video.
That's Rob picks up another 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Fenton, that's to help Fenton out. That
it does. So technically, that puts Fenton into
11th. Easy. Yeah, it's now just golf.
But is he within
As just a quick heads up, Dangerous Dodo has just started the final lap of the Grand Prix. Cornish on for second. Cornish on for second? Yeah, we haven't seen much of Dangerous Dodo. This is bad.
No.
Our current
Mans has got a good enough gap.
It's just dropped another 2 seconds there as well.
Yeah.
Our current championship leader, who's going to take 4 from 4, we have not seen at all in this race whatsoever. We saw him at the start, and then we sort of forgot about him.
That's very controlled.
He's just calm, collected, owning this circuit as he's very, very close to lapping what I believe will be Simi.
Yeah, that's
I think it's Simi. Ghosted out, so it's not going to be much of an effort here. As Golf picks up another 3 seconds, that's going to help Fenton out. Definitely.
Yes. It's going to be very crazy.
Very close. Yeah,
I think Simi will pick up...
the final time that Dodo is going to go around the last chicane and around the Wall of Champions, as he's going to take the checkered flag for his 4th victory here at Simcade. That is fantastic. Well done there, Dodo.
That's 4 out of 4. Mans goes across the line at second. Cornish coming in now to the final chicane. Avoid that Wall of Champions, which he does. And Cornish will pick up 3rd here, I think.
Golf picks up a 5-second penalty for an unserved penalty. There you go. There's the gaps. Cornish. Fenton picking up a 3 seconds. No! Did not need that, Fenton.
What is that?
Look at that. That is 1/100th of a second to picking up 11th place. 1/100th of a second.
So I don't think it was enough anyway to get into the points.
No. But very good, very close, very good. V2 picking up some much needed points. I believe they're still going round because of the lapping. Are they still going round?
Yeah, Gibbo's going across the line.
Just across the line.
Now. Golden Flame, 6-second penalty, so that doesn't help.
No.
And
is that going to bring Core 5.6? He is. 2.6 seconds out because of his penalties as well. V2 picking up a 5-second penalty for unserved.
No, because V2 was lapped.
Yep.
His 14 seconds are basically wiped out. And he doesn't lose a place to Simi, even though Simi was like only a few seconds behind him at that time.
Interesting. As Core picks up the game's driver of the day. Who would you like to nominate for the driver of the day today? Quickly in chat before we bring in the top 3. Ninja, go.
V2.
V2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Nice.
I think he drove a very good race. It was just unfortunate he got tapped out.
That's a weird glitch.
Hairpin. Oh, hello.
Did you see the sky and the...
Help.
Yeah?
I'm stuck.
We shall run through the orders quickly then, as Dangerous Dodo picks up yet another win here at Simcade, followed by Mans and Cornish taking the podium places, with Extinct just behind them. In 4th, Gibbo 5th, Golden Flame 6th, Core 7th, V2 taking up a nice P8, with Simit in 9th, and Golf Maniac bringing up all the points places here. Rob P11, Fenton P12, very, very close between him and Rob, with Cody and Mike picking up the last 2 finishing places, and our 2 DNFs, of course, were Jack and Hawes. Everybody in chat, V2, oh, Golden, you can't pick 2, Gibbo, that's cheating. That's cheating. Do you know what? For the lack of no stops, I'm going to go for Core. However, the move on V2 was a bit dodgy. Yeah. I wouldn't be happy with that. So, on that, I think I then will have to change my decision to V2. Fantastic drive. And just proving that with a bit of time and effort, you can get up to speed in this game.
Yeah. Stevie, thank you for hanging out.
Thank you very much.
It.
Yep.
Even though you're on like
Gibraltar, an hour ahead. It's bedtime. Bedtime. Get to bed.
Yeah. Bedtime.
Right then, shall we switch over to our post race?
Yes.
And bring. Oh, well, you're gonna have to make a switch over to Discord, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'll swap over.
And I shall, in the meantime, talk to myself. I think that was an absolute fantastic race from everybody on track. I'm quite surprised that we only had 2 people missing now. I thought we would be missing a lot more by the end of that race. Fantastic to see. Let's just put myself into Discord here. I'm going to turn my PlayStation off as well because it's no longer required as we just wait for our podium places and of course Ninja. And here's Cornish. Hello. Sorry.
Get on.
Hello.
That was crazy.
It was indeed. We shall get away with the interviews. I know that Dodo last week, was it Dodo last week that had missed the interviews? Had a bit of a
Yes, it was.
Had a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
We'll see if we are going to be joined by Mans and Dodo. Do we have them in chat, Ninja?
I'm not sure. Let me target them.
Let's see. Let's wait and let's see.
I've just asked Dodo if he's jumping in. And was it Mans as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. If not, it's going to be a one-man interview.
It's quite a lonely race. Once Mans got past me.
There we go, Mans is in. Right then. Let's start with... Should we wait for see if Dodo's going to attend?
A couple of people as hyped. He's not one of them.
Yeah, we'll continue.
Save me footage.
Right then. So, Cornish, as you were in P3, we'll start from the bottom of the podium places, shall we? You managed to pick up a penalty, so you are, in fact, human. How were the conditions for you? It did look very tricky out on track, but at least it was consistently tricky.
I mean, after quali, I was really happy. Stuck at P2, only a few temps off Dodo, so yeah, really happy with quali. But the race pace that Mans and Dodo shown it was just ridiculous. I couldn't keep up, man. The only time I had a bit of a like, oh, here we go, was when I saw Mans had 9 seconds worth of pens, and I was within that range, but I had 2 warnings at the time, so I couldn't full send it. I was being cautious, and I was just losing time, and then eventually got the penalty, and I was like, sod it, I'll just push now. But even from then, they were just too fast, 4 or 5 tenths faster each lap.
It is crazy to see that you have got a bit of competition.
Mormon competition. They're on a different level at the moment. They are.
Fantastic.
I like it though.
Congratulations on another podium.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
And on to the next one.
I wouldn't be too harsh on yourself because I thought you did really well in qualifying.
Yeah,
so I do think you have the pace. It's just when it's wet, it takes away the skill a bit, and it's more just surviving the track more than being how quick you are. So
Montreal's not one of my favourites either. I don't particularly like it. So at the beginning in my head, I kind of said with the people that were in my lobby, I was like, I'll be very happy with the podium. I thought I was going to finish 3rd, 4th, or 5th in that range. So being 3rd, I'll take it all day.
Yeah, solid race. Well
Absolutely.
done.
Cheers, guys.
Fantastic. Cheers. Congratulations. And on to Mans. Picking up quite a lot of penalties there. Were the conditions tricky? And was that denying you pushing for Dangerous Dodo? What was there? Too many penalties, and was it too tricky out there?
Obviously, rain is a bit tricky around Montreal because it's a really narrow circuit and a lot of places to get track limits. And I think I got most of them because I really tried to push up to Dodo, but yeah, it seemed like we had very different setups, and he was faster than me. Sector 1 and 2, and I got almost everything back on the straight, so never really catched him.
We did see this with quite a few of the drivers, sort of pick on them with their setups. Some of them were designed more for the straight lines down the back straight, and a lot more of them were designed for sector 1 and 2 and focusing on the downforce of the car. So I'm guessing you went for a more straight line speed setup.
Yeah, I did, and in the end it gave me the fastest lap, which I'm really happy about, 1 extra point.
It is, and every point does count when it comes to this championship so far.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on P2. Anything to add there, Ninja?
No, just a very solid drive. Kept the pressure on Dodo, I think, for a long time. It's just unfortunate about the penalties, but it is Canada. Very easy to pick up. So, well done. Congratulations on 2nd place. Thanks. And the fastest lap.
Indeed. Well then, on to our 4-time winner so far this season, Dangerous Dodo. How did that one feel? Because from us, you didn't get a lot of airtime because you were just commanding the race.
It certainly didn't feel that simple. The first thing I want to say is congrats to Mans because he was rapid all race. Really kept me on my toes actually. And first stint towards the end, with his straight line speed, I thought if he catches me, he's going to go blasting past in the straights. But I just managed to find some pace in the second stint, and obviously you got all those penalties, so that allowed me to relax a little bit. But yeah, that was a good race, very good race. What
was it tricky out there, or because the confidence you must have going into them 3 wins already, you must be quite high on the confidence. Did you take it easy, or did you just let it go?
Well, yeah, I've got confidence from the 3 wins, but also from winning 3, the pressure's more on you then to carry on winning. So, no, it was tricky. Obviously, the rain's always tricky. So yeah, that was about it really. Good racing at the start as well. I saw between Mans and Cornish. So.
And Ho's getting involved in that as well with that little group and fighting. So everybody's being well behaved. Are you disappointed not to get the fastest lap, or at the end of it were you just like, I think I've won the race, that's enough for me right now?
I had the fastest lap for quite a while, and I was a little bit miffed when he took it off me, but I didn't want to take the risk at the end, so I just brought it home.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on your 4th win so far this season. Are you going to push for the 5th? We're going to make it a total wipeout. Fantastic.
That's the aim.
Nice to hear.
Yeah.
Ninja, anything to add there?
No, like you were saying, it was a very quiet race for Dodo, and from our point of view, like we didn't really see much of you. So, solid drive, held it the whole way. I don't think you lost the lead at all, did you?
No, I didn't.
Maybe just in the pit stops, but
Oh
other
yeah,
than that,
I did because Cornish stayed at an extra lap.
yeah. But yeah, solid drive. Congratulations on the win, 4 out of 4. And
Thank you very much.
I'm sure Silverstone's probably one of your favorites, is it?
It is.
Like
I love Silverstone.
Yeah, that's we know from a lot of the British people. They like the British Grand Prix.
It is the best track on the calendar, bar none. So
Agreed.
yeah, it is a classic. So let's hope for a good race there.
Yeah, man.
Lovely. Well,
fantastic.
Yeah. Congrats, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
See you all next week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for me, boys.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Oof.
There we go.
Right.
That has been an absolutely fantastic race. So whilst
just
we're
a
here,
little bit
of
information just on Hawes or Cameron.
Yep.
He actually had to go pick up his mother from work because her car broke down, and that's why he had to leave.
Oh.
So it was very unfortunate, but at least he retired in the pit.
Yeah, but the game did decide other things. But yeah, thank you very much for doing as you were told there, because that could go terribly wrong. So whilst we're here, really quickly, and just before we do end the stream, just a quick reminder why we are here. We are raising money for combat stress, not just money, also awareness. So we do have a link to our Just Giving page, and every penny does count. It's a fantastic cause, a fantastic charity. Please don't be silent when it comes to mental health. It's big. It is one of the biggest killers. It's a silent killer. So if you are feeling under stress or under pressure, don't hesitate to go and seek advice and go do talk to somebody. And there we go. The link's just been posted in the chat.
A wee bit slow.
No, but it's absolutely fine. We know your brain doesn't work like that sometimes, Ninja.
Yeah.
We've known you all too long now.
It is one of the reasons why we teamed up with Takona as well. Just like I think mental health is very important, especially over the last few years. So check out Takona as well.
It is, yes, and we have teamed up with Takona for the remainder of the season. They're again raising awareness, getting the voice out there, and doing their bit to make sure that people are mentally okay. Just a little bit, just little things they do. Car meets, coffee meets, monthly t-shirts. Check out their website, guys. It's brilliant, and so honoured for them to have teamed up with us for the remainder of the season. It's brilliant.
I'm trying to post the link,
but
my laptop's so slow that it's going from one tab to the other is quite painful. There we go. There's the link. So yeah, check out Takona as well.
And then just before we do leave everybody here, don't forget to keep on. You don't need to post this one. Everybody knows what it is. Simcade League. Just finish it. .what? .com?
.co.uk.
.co.uk. There we go. Don't type that one because your laptop might have a nervous meltdown. It might need some attention.
All the links are down below as well, anyway. So just click down below.
Yeah. So if you do want to keep in touch with what we're doing, when we're doing it, and how we are doing it, that includes driver standings, calendars, social medias, the lot. Come and check out our website. I do believe, I'm not quite sure whether this is official. Is it official about the Discord?
The Discord is back on the website, so you can jump in.
Is back on the website. So guys, if you're watching the stream today, don't forget to come and join our Discord. You're more than welcome. Somebody's always about. We have a great community, and we are a great growing community. So do come and join us. And if you want to get involved with the racing and whatever else we are doing, please don't hesitate to contact one of the admins and get amongst it. Well, I think we best wrap that one up, Ninja.
I think so. I think it was a good race. AJ, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I always enjoy a little bit of commentary with you.
No, thank you for doing it with me. It's brilliant. It's nice to be 3 out of 4, because obviously I had to miss one, with you, and it's brilliant. And on to the next 6 races is all I can say.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the race. we'll see you all next. Well, see you all tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night for Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo, yeah.
And
Community night on Sunday. Because of course we do not.
League.
Yeah, because of course we do not have any ACC this weekend. But it is of course going to be Rocket League, which will be a bit earlier because the Grand Prix starts at 8.
Yes, Mexico's at 8 as well. So probably do the same as last time.
6 o'clock.
When was the last race there? Coda? Yeah.
6 o'clock
Yeah.
start for our community nights. Do not forget to check the video out tomorrow, where we'll be live with Jack, bit of GT7. Not quite sure what the track is, because I have been away for GT7 for a couple of weeks.
I know the track, but I can't pronounce it because it's French.
It's French.
So,
well, now I'm going to have a try
yeah.
at this 1 minute. Find the channel. Calendar. Saint de Crew?
Something like that. I don't know.
Saint de Crew? Yeah, well, yeah, okay. We'll we'll leave that one for Jack tomorrow. I hope he's got his pronunciation book out because he's going to need it for that one. Don't forget, that starts at 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
7 p.m. tomorrow.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Right. Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much, Ninja, for being here. Hope everybody's had a fantastic night, and we shall see you all tomorrow night for some GT7. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.